Decide Destiny crew, Kyle Spreedy's here. Thanks for joining me for another Decide Destiny Daily Dose. Decide to be your greatest cheerleader. Decide to be the one who cheers you on, who champions you on, who pushes you, who drives you, who motivates you, who inspires you. Decide to be the one who shows up for you every day. Because at the end of the day, there's only going to be one person that is going to show up for you every single day of your life. From start to finish, all the way through, on those lonely mornings, on those quiet days, continually having your brain go into overdrive or thinking 20 million things through and over worrying and concerning and second guessing and prioritizing. Is this important? Is this even worth it? Is this even, worth giving exclamation about? You're the one who's going to do it. You're the one who's going to be able to take yourself from apathy or just not feeling it, or just tired, or just over it, or just not seeing results, therefore not keen to keep going, or just not seeing the point or the end goal, to I need to commit to it. I need to keep going. I need to make sure I'm giving this my absolute all and my absolute everything. You're the one that's going to be the cheerleader. Many times in my life, certain people who were supposed to be the cheerleaders in my life didn't really fulfill in that obligation. And other people, more recently, I've been blessed, just so blessed to have so many amazing people, literally not all across the country but all around the world, who are my cheerleaders, who are cheerleading me on, who are egging me on, who are saying, you got this, you can get through this, you can push through that, you can create that, you can achieve that, you can build this, so that's what you really got to think about, is who are those people? Because they're the people you want to have around you. And what do they give you? They give you those moments where you're not being a cheerleader and they fill in that spot. You've got to remember that you have got to be your biggest cheerleader. You've got to be the cheerleader that works overtime, that clocks in the hours, And there's going to be times where you just don't feel it. There's going to be times where you just don't, you don't want to, or you're not keen, or you need a push, or you need something. And for me, funnily enough, and maybe it's a bit cringy sharing the story, but I was listening to a podcast I did a little while ago, and because obviously you do the podcast interview, and then the podcast has got so many interviews they're going through, and there's a backlog, and then a month later you get it. And I don't know, I'm obviously pretty okay to be in front of a camera or speak on a camera, and that is, mind you, that's been done through forcing myself and pushing myself through the thresholds to do that comfortably, or more and more comfortably. Each time is new, each day is new, but you get incrementally better. But long story short, I was kind of nervous listening to some of these podcasts because they really go deep into my story and they dive deep, and I kind of expose my wounds. And even though it's your story, you're still looking at it, from like a third person perspective as well. You're looking at it from, this is me, but you're also looking at it from like, I'm also the viewer, I'm the listener, I'm not the customer, but I'm the person showing up to tune into this recording. And so I was really hesitant to listen to it, hesitant to see if I made mistakes, hesitant to go, geez, I was really vulnerable, which is great, but how vulnerable is too vulnerable, and trying to work out, maybe should I have told that story? I don't want to compromise anyone, don't want to defame, I don't want to upset anyone. And so I listened to it, and the core elements that's driving me to do all the other things that I'm doing in my life, the core elements that's driving me to keep doing these videos, to keep pushing, keep striving, are expressed in those podcasts. They're touched on, and they're a little bit deeper, and then it's going to sound cringy, especially in a world, or especially in a society, or especially in a country where we don't necessarily cheer each other on, and we try and push each other down as soon as anyone gets a bit too much of an ego or a head or think they're too good. But you can inspire yourself with your own story, and that's my main message here. And one of the ways to be a great cheerleader is you can record yourself when you're on 10, when you're just at your peak, when your mind, your body, your soul, your heart, your energy, your vibration, everything's in sync and you're at peak, record yourself at that time and then listen back to it. And that might just be the little increment of motivation that you need to push you over. You know, you might have gone through all the self-help books or all the self-help YouTube videos and you've gone, none of this is doing it for me. Or maybe you just kind of, you know, done your affirmations and still not feeling it. Maybe you need that little bit extra, and a little bit extra could be your voice. So maybe just record your affirmations, you know, and listen to them in the morning. I know a friend who does that. I think I've mentioned that before, you know. So these are things that you can do to be your cheerleader, but you really need to become your greatest cheerleader, because, you know, it's within you, and it's up to you at the end of the day. You know, change the world inside you, change the environment inside you, and you can change the environment around you, but it's up to you to show up. And no one's going to be there holding your hand the whole time. No one's going to be there egging you on the whole time. We've got great resources like, you know, Audible and YouTube and different sort of things, or videos and access to the internet all over the place and all the social media channels you want to harp on about. But at the end of the day, it's up to you to inspire yourself when it goes quiet, when it's 4 a.m. in the morning, when it's 10 p.m. at night, and you've got to get this project done by this deadline. It's up to you. So work on becoming your greatest cheerleader, and block out some of the negative sounds, block out some of the other authority, you know, that you're allowing into your life to dictate your every move in your life. Block out some of that so that you can become your own cheerleader and take more ownership over your life. I promise you, it's going to be the greatest thing that you can do for the rest of your life. One of the greatest things. There's many great things you can do for the rest of your life. That's the beauty of positivity and self-development and personal growth. You know, there's so many great things you can do, but that, you know, in itself, being a cheerleader for yourself is definitely right off the top. So go on, be a cheerleader, get the pom-poms out, and yeah, guys, give us a like, subscribe. If you're really liking the stuff, please subscribe. It's going to keep coming. I'm going to keep coming with this sort of stuff, this personal growth messages, the own stories that I've learned, other people's stories, getting other people on the channel. So please subscribe and let us know what you think. Write in the comment down below. Moments you've been a cheerleader, or different tactics. You know, I express kind of recording your affirmations or recording something of yourself, or listening to one of your own recordings to be your own, you know, motivational speaker in a way. But, you know, think about some of your own you know, tactics, and let me know. Let me know. Awesome, guys, and thank you for that one. And remember, as always, decide your destiny. Cheers.